to explain the idea of relation and functions, I will take simple example from life. Okay, so suppose a couple of students, like for example, what's your name? Sulaiman. Sulaiman. Okay, and you Borja. Okay, and what's your name? Yusuf. Yusuf. Okay, Yusuf. Now, if we consider, for example, the age, these are the persons or the names of these persons, and let's consider the age. Sulaiman, how many ages you have? Only one age, isn't it? What's your age? Yeah. 18. Very good. Okay, so that's 18. How about, sorry, oh, he's Yusuf, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. So how about Burjat?
24.
Okay, very good, 24. How about Sulaiman?
34.
34. Very good. Okay, so we have now a set of ages. Okay, this is the age. Okay, and we have a set of students. Okay, and we can say that there is a relation between these two sets. There is a relation between these sets that is demonstrated by connections from Sulaiman, from this student to this age, from this student to this age, from this student to this age. So these two sets, okay, we call this the first set, the students, we call it the domain set. Okay, this is the domain set, and the other one is the range set. Okay, so what is the relation now between them? The relation that is Sulaiman is 34 years old, Borja is 24 years old, Yusuf is 18 years old, and each one of them has only one age. Let us see another example of a relation between two sets. Now, in the case of the age, you have only one connection. You have only one connection from the students to the age, because every student has only one age. And because of this only one arrow coming out, that in this case is called a function. In this case, this is called a function. So a function has this condition, that every student has only one age, one arrow coming out, one arrow coming out. Okay? If it is more than one, then it is not function anymore. If this is connecting like this, it's not function anymore. So that's the condition of a relation and a function. Okay? So if you want to go back now to our example, to try to find out is it a relation or a function. Our example is giving you, two sets here. Here is one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the other one also is 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm giving you this connection. 1 is connected to 1, 2 is connected to 2. Okay, 3 is also connected to 1, and 4 is connected to 4, as well as 3. Isn't it, right? The question here, is this a relation only, or is this also a function, relation and function? Is it relation only? Yes. Why is it relation only? Because you see that 4 here is connected to 2. It's like you have 2 mobile numbers, right? So in this case, we cannot say that this is a function, because the condition for the function that everyone here has only one arrow coming out. Here I have 2 arrows coming out. That's why this is just a relation. This is why this is just a relation. Okay? Okay, so in general, let us see what could a relation look like and what does a function look like in extreme cases. In extreme cases, if you have this, just one element here, and this is all going to different elements in the range. Remember, this is the domain, okay, set, and this is the range set. The domain has only one value, but the range has 4 values. This is a relational function.
Relation.
This is a relation. Okay? How about this? If I have the opposite, I have 4 values here, but all of them are going to the same value in the range. This is the range set, okay, and this is the domain set. In this case, I want to know, is this a relation or function?
Function.
It's a function. It's actually both, because every function is already a relation. Okay, but with a restriction. What is the restriction? That every element here has only one arrow coming out. Yani it couldn't be 4 students, but all of them have the same age, no problem. Still a student and age, still a function. Every student has only one age. Even if they are all the same, Even if they are all the same age, there's no problem. But the important is every student has only one age, right? Or every student has only one height. Or every student has one ID, right? You cannot have two IDs, can you? No, right? The Emirates ID or the student ID is just one ID. You don't have two different numbers and both of them are student ID. You cannot, right? So in this case, it's a function. In this case, it's a function. Okay? So anyway, maybe the ID is not the best example, but the age is a good example here because different people can have the same age, different people can have the same weight, right, or height, you know. But the important part is that every person has only one height, one arrow coming from each person.
So you said every function is a relation.
Yeah, every function is a relation because relation has no rules, has no restrictions. Anything is possible. Relation is very open, no problem. But the function has this rule or this condition, which is every input has to have only one, one output, which means if this is the input, the domain, and this is the range, is the output. You think of it that way. Okay, so this is like a device now. It has input and output. Okay, this is input, output. Okay, so the values here can be the input, and the value outside is the output in the range. So every input has one output. It means it is actually a function. It means it is a function. Let me take the same students. Okay, Sulaiman. Okay, and Borja. And Yusuf. Now, this is my students. How about the mobile numbers? Sulaiman, how many mobile numbers you have?
2.
Very good. Can you just give me the first 3 digits?
050.
Yeah, after the 050.
484.
484. And the other one?
055.
055.
858.
858. Okay, very good. So in this case, he has, 2 mobile numbers. So that will be 2 arrows coming out from, Sulaiman going to these mobile numbers. How about Borja? 1 mobile number, which is 0566.
0.
Very good. Okay. How about Yusuf? 1 mobile number, which is 055 121. Excellent. So now we have this. So now we have a set of mobile numbers. Okay, this is now the mobile numbers. Okay. And as you can see, I have also still a relation between 2 sets. Again, the first set is called the domain set, right? This is the domain set, right? This is the domain set, and this is the range set. Okay, this is the range set. And the relation between them is that Sulaiman has 2 mobile numbers, Borja has 1, and Yusuf has 1. But what is the difference between this example and the previous one? The previous one has the age of every student, right? Everyone has only one age, right? But here you can have more than one mobile. If you can have, if every domain element can have more than connection to a range element, then this is called a relation. Then I can call this a relation. So this is now what a relation. Relation. Okay? But if it is not if it is not, if it is bound by only one, like the age, in the case of the age, you see the case of the age,